What is the most satisfying part of teaching online for you?
I would say since we are an online school, so you get to actually have this diversity in the students. I love the fact that we have those two different types of programs. So in like the group classes, you get to actually work in the group. You get to actually like go with the flow, with the like general, if you want to say, pace of the students. And of course, the diversity in the group classes is like amazing. I learn from the students, and they also like love to like learn from one another. And for the one-on-one, it is like just one student per class, so it makes it a little bit more how do I say this, like more face to face with the teacher. You like have more of this friendship, if you want to say. Of course, there's still this respect, there's still this teacher and student, but like there's this like immediate contact with the teacher. The student becomes like more enthusiastic to meet you and to learn and so on. So this has been one of the most important things that motivates me, if you want to say. Of course, other than we are working online, we are, of course, all the different parts. But like, if I want to apply your question to exactly international schooling, that would like definitely be this part.
What's your favorite online teaching memories?
Sorry, I'm a chemistry teacher. And basically a lot of students, I don't know why, they are like a little bit afraid of chemistry in general. I do teach other biology and all the fields of biology as well, but I don't get this, let's say, let's call it fear, let's call it confusion, let's call it like fear of the oblivion about chemistry. I get it more in chemistry than biology. So the moments when I try to like not just explain, but explain it in a way where the student assimilates it and like understand that once you actually get something in chemistry, it will be stuck with you. Like you will not forget about it because everything around it is about chemistry. And that relief the student has is like really like the highlight of my classes, if you want to say. I love watching their faces light up, and that's, oh, I get it, or oh, it's that easy. I was so afraid of like not understanding it. So this is like honestly what motivates me also, and it gives me this this way of, how do I say this, like to transmit, if you want to say, the love that I have for chemistry to my students. I try to like, of course, do that. Sometimes I do get this love transmitted, and some other times the student will still be like normal towards chemistry, but they do understand it, which is also like a win-win situation for me. So yeah, it's somehow like the top tier for me. Of course, there are some other moments that are very important, but like this is the top tier for me.
How do you keep students motivated?
Okay. This is why it's really important for me in class to, first of all, keep the video on for each student, because while I'm explaining, I can see their facial expressions. Like even if they do not ask me, like, please repeat, I can understand their facial expressions, and I immediately repeat without even like making them feel that I know that they want me to repeat. Maybe some students are shy, maybe some like they don't just feel like asking me to repeat, they feel like the time is up or anything. So this is the first part. The second thing is, once they actually have their cameras on, they will be intentionally paying attention in class. And based on the flow of the class, I try to like sometimes maybe include some sort of simulations. I am a strong believer that the visual memory is like the strongest one, even if whatever it takes for a person to like memorize, the visual memory is the strongest. So I incorporate a lot of visuals. I first of all start, let's say, by explaining have a lot of theory, specifically in biology and chemistry. So I start by explaining the theory. I start by trying to give them the examples of those theories applied on different, let's say, methods in life, and anything that they could actually feel like this is something that I might at least use, if not in my professional life later on, at least with understanding what is going on around me. And then I check how they're responding to that. If I feel like they need to explain more, I can check if they are not, let's say, such of students who only get it through theory explanation. So I try to also show them some videos. I love incorporating simulations. I love showing them images, and I sometimes even sketch when I'm explaining different colors, and they just they get this attention more because they see colorful things and so on. So generally this is the method that I go with. In case I feel like a student is not cooperative with me with those different methods, I try to take a pause for a minute and then please tell me what you understood, tell me what you remember from what we explained. So I try to engage the student, but not too much asking them about the questions, because I don't want them to feel like they are being interrogated for something that was just explained 5 minutes ago. So tell me what you remember, tell me what was the highlight of my explanation, tell me something that was stuck in your mind the most throughout this lesson, or maybe something that you thought that was, let's say, X, but it turned out to be Y. So I try my best to keep them engaged in the class, of course. Sometimes I, let's say, make them watch a video and then I tell them to summarize it again. As long as they are repeating in class what they understood, I can somehow make sure that they did actually at least thinking about what was explained in class, makes them assimilate it more. And it also makes me know that they do actually remember those very specific bullet points. And of course, if there are some other cases like some special needs or anything else, I have to be cooperative more. I take, let's say, most of the cases, the parents will be in contact with me. They tell me, for example, let's say my my kid has ADHD, or maybe some sort of attention deficiencies, or whatever it is. So I try my best to be in contact with the parent. The parent tells me, let's say, please do this and this and that in class, or maybe just the student wants me to read the lesson specifically for those students like these. So I maybe, let's say, read the lesson, we go through the quiz in class, and that would be it, of course. It's a general response, I know, but if you want me to be more specific, I can also be more specific.
Misconception about online teaching.
I wish that they will not be afraid of it, because it's really a breakthrough. It's I'm not going to say that it's going to be the future. I'm not going to say all those terms, because we already know that those are actually here. But I am feeling that when the student is feeling comfortable, maybe sitting on his own desk, his or her own desk, maybe sitting in front of, I don't know, maybe they have some sort of something comforting around them. So my major concept is that they actually have their comfortable environment around them. It makes the student, first of all, decrease their defense mode, which makes them more receptive about anything. The learning experience, the information. There isn't anyone, let's say one-on-one learning, there isn't anyone in the classroom that is bothering them. Maybe the student just wants to, I don't know, maybe learn, and they want to ask questions, and they want to just go on and on and on. So it makes the student more comfortable. It makes them feel free, if you want to say, to like actually be themselves without being judged, without having anyone around them like being afraid of their environment and so on. And the second thing is um, for me, the online learning, if we want to look at it from the point of view of assimilating the information, it's not less than the physical school. It's actually the opposite. Like, I remember from when I was back in school, the class would be chaotic, and like the teacher would stop because the class was not responding and everyone was like making chaos, and I would like sit there and wait till the teacher, like, sorry, the class stops the noises so that we can start with the lesson. For me here, it's so easy to like mute everyone. I can have total silence, and I can be the one like making sure that I'm explaining. So for students who really want to learn, it is actually a better choice than a physical school. I do know that, unfortunately, we do have a lot of students that think that, oh, okay, I am taking my classes online, so they are like not taking it as serious as they should be. I do have some sort of students, but that also is like some sort of personal effort. So my point is, when there's a will, there is a way to actually get to where they want to, and there's definitely much more options to go with our online schooling. And I love how it gives the students free time other than just being in their studies. So yeah, I think that this is somehow like my answer for this part.
Best feedback received from students online.
I honestly have received a lot of feedbacks from my students. Actually, I think I can read maybe one of the best ones, because I remember one time I received like an email from a student. I don't remember exactly the words, but I was like, it was so sensitive to me that I actually like started to cry. She said something like, I gave her this sensation that I was like her big sister. Like, she was actually able to feel comfortable in my classes. If I'm not mistaken, it was a one-on-one student. She was able to actually enjoy the teaching, and she said that I was giving her, let's say, this effort that I was putting in class, and the way I was like making sure that she understood everything, because sometimes I was not actually like paying attention that I was actually repeating without even noticing, because sometimes when you get like used to it and when you see the expressions, you immediately like repeat and like give extra practices and so on. So she said that she never left my classes without understanding, and for her it was like something that she really appreciated, because she never had that kind of support in her previous chemistry classes. She was in a physical school, I guess, and she was joining with us again. And yeah, I think the whole, let's say, feedback of different students is always making me like this. How do I say this? Like, happy, but not happy for myself, more than that my message was actually able to reach the student. So yeah, I guess that's in general.